in. Just what was your reaction to that hire, and what was the communication process like afterwards?
Yeah, it's always, tough to see a coach get fired. And I was a big fan of Labby. Got pretty close to him over the last couple of years, so that was tough. But when you get a guy like Sully with his pedigree and his background and what he's done in the NHL, obviously you're excited about it. And after the news, I talked to Sully a little bit. We met with him for dinner one night before we left New York for the summer, and his message was great. It was he wants to have a line of communication with the leadership group, and he's obviously intense, and he brings that no BS kind of attitude to the game, and I think that's something this team needs.
When you talk about leadership, just JT being named captain, what was your reaction and your thoughts on him being the guy?
Yeah, it's obviously a great opportunity, and he brings a level of intensity to the game that I think he brings people into the fight a little bit. So having him back there to kind of lead our group it's going to be good going forward.
You know him really well. Why is now the right time for him to get that opportunity, do you think? And why is he the right guy for this team?
I think, like I said, it's just that level of intensity. I think he kind of brings that same mentality to the game that Sully does from a coaching standpoint, and it's just we've got a lot of guys in this room that are leaders, and we all bring a little bit different aspects to the game. So it's going to be a back and forth of kind of different mindsets.
Does it matter that he only just got here last season, or why doesn't it matter?
No, the time he's been here, he's been here long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Guys know who he is. I've seen guys that are 19 years old that are named captain after their first year, so it's just you got to pick a guy, right?
What was, I guess, the communication like about the captaincy between either Chris Drury, Mike Sullivan, and the leadership core as they were deciding it? Like, did they have conversations with you about kind of what you thought about the situation, who you like, anything like that?
We had a meeting all of us had a meeting about it, and kind of revealed it to us before they revealed it to everybody else. And it's not on us to make a decision. It's up to them. Drew is who makes the decision ultimately. So I'm sure him and Sully and the rest of the coaching staff got together a few times over the summer. It's not an easy decision. So
You've played for Sullivan before, Four Nations, so you know him a little bit. What do you know, and what do you now expect this to be with him?
Yeah, it was a short tournament, but like I said, he's intense and he wants to win. He's no bullshit, and he has a different system than we've used in the past, but I was lucky enough to be able to see it over there and kind of get used to it a little bit. So system was great. D-zone's a lot different, but we always say it, but he preaches to play fast and close the gap in the D-zone quick and try to play a transition game, which I think suits our game well.
Can you dumb it down a little bit? What's different about his system?
I can try. That's tough. It's a zone defense.
Go as intelligent as you want there.
It's a zone defense.
Yeah.
It's a little bit less skating in the D zone. It's a lot of handoffs, but it's I think it leaves you energy to play offense while at the same time taking time and space away from the offense when we're in the D zone, if that helps you at all.
Less skating, less chasing around.
It's not like a man-on-man system where you're just chasing your guy the entire
Right.
shift, which a lot of times whenever you are doing that, it does take away energy for offense. Anytime you do turn the puck over, you might not have the legs to get to offense, whereas in this system, it's more reading and reacting, and you're in your area, basically.
So that's the 180 from what you guys were doing.
Yes and no. At times with Lavi, we were also in a zone. It's just... they're both quadrant defenses, if that makes sense. Like everybody has a quadrant. The center's kind of in the middle of the ice, but this one it gives them a little bit less space where the wingers are still able to to cut off the top, like they're able to cut off that pass from low to high to the D, and then if there is a breakdown, there's situations where you have to read and react, and the center is kind of the guy who is in the middle of the ice reading everything, and then if there is an opportunity to jump on a puck, we go.
I know it's day one, but just the mindset you came in this year with as far as, excitement or, trying to get rid of that taste of last year. How do you enter this training camp?
Yeah, it was a fresh start as soon as the season was over last year. I think we were all upset with the way the season went, and when the season was over, it was almost a sigh of relief to be able to have that fresh start, be able to get rid of everything that we had gone through throughout the year. Not that I'm saying we were happy that we didn't make the playoffs. Never want to miss the playoffs. Our goal is to win the Stanley Cup every year. But we knew what was going on throughout the year, that we didn't live up to expectations. Let the fans down, we let ourselves down. But having that summer to be able to kind of go back to the drawing board, have a fresh start, new coach. It's a new team in here. It feels much different.
What kind of attitude do you feel like the team should have toward last season? Do you feel like burn it, forget it, or learn from it? How do you feel like they should feel?
Always learn from it. I mean, every year you learn from your mistakes. You try to get better every year. I don't want anybody thinking about last year. If there is a lull in the season where we have a little bit of a down streak, you can't start thinking, oh, here we go again. That's the worst thing you can do. It's a 80% mental game, so in a sense you want to burn it, but at the same time we reflected over the season, or over the summer, about our season last year, and that's where we were taking our learning opportunity. And now it's a new season. We start now. We have to take it day by day.
You mentioned that
guys, last one.
You mentioned that it's a new team. You bring in Gavrikov, but you also say goodbye to Kreider, Keandre Miller. What did you make of the offseason and the moves during it?
Yeah, I thought it was a good offseason. I mean, Gabby, you guys only have been able to watch today. I've been here with him a couple weeks. He's a spectacular defenseman. I mean, I didn't get to see a whole lot of him over the years being on the West Coast. He's going to be a really, really big piece of this team, and I think he's going to be huge for Foxy. He's great defensively. He can skate, as I learned the other day in the skate test. Makes a great first pass. And I just think that he's going to help bolster our D-corps.
Okay, thanks,
It's
Troy.
good, I think. He's an elite defenseman, and I think everyone wants to play with a guy like that. And he's pretty similar to what I'm used to playing with, someone who's super reliable. And I think what you're getting when he's out there. And like I said, he's a smart player too, so I'm sure that chemistry will come a little more. But it's been good just getting to skate with him a little bit.
Does that predictability allow you to try to be more offensive, to go a little bit more, if you will, within the system?
Yeah, within the system's a great way to put it. I think it doesn't mean you just run and gun and you're going to give him 2-on-1s and everything, but I think you have that guy who's going to be predictable for you, and you can and know where he's going to be. You're not guessing where he is and where your support is. So it's not so much jumping in offensively. It's sometimes cleaner breaking out, and then you're able to get up offensively. So, like I said, it's nice to be with him so far, and obviously just get to know his game a little better as well.
What about learning the system, Adam? And Troch was telling us earlier that it's his own now as opposed to the man-to-man. How comfortable are you after one day?
I think it'll get better. I think when like Troch said, when you're man-to-man, it's sometimes hard to come off your guy and come back to the net and let the center go. But first day of camp, we've been through it before with learning a system, and I think that's what this is for. That's what preseason's for. You're working out those kinks, learning where you should be. So it's new. It's an adjustment. It's not going to be perfect the first day, but I think we're learning it, and obviously it's a pretty effective system.
How excited were you just to get back here with everything that went up last year and just have a fresh start and get this thing going?
Yeah, I think everyone's really excited. I think summer's nice to get away, but when it goes on a little long, you're itching to get back, and I think for a lot of guys it was just way too long of a summer. So you get to get a little time to recover and get stronger and get better. I guess that's a benefit, but I think it was too long for everyone, so it's definitely nice to be back.
You played a little bit for Sullivan in the last year. What do you know about him? What did you learn about him there that you now anticipate for what he'll be here?
Yeah, I think you know a little bit about how smart of a coach he is. He's a guy who's kind of even with Pittsburgh when they've had injuries, they're able to plug in place, and the system and the structure kind of allows them to play well and be hard to play against. So obviously he's had success, and it's tough to get a read from such a short time, but I think his even communication since he's been here, and I know he's willing to adjust his system, and it's pretty effective in that way as well. So it's been good, but obviously a lot more time to learn.
Everybody last year who was here wants something different this year. What is your takeaway from last year? How do you feel about it, and what are you looking for this year?
Yeah, I think
individually.
I think it's a little bit of a tough question, more so individual, because it's team that kind of allows the individual to go. I think obviously everyone in this room wants to have a better year individually, and that leads to the team success. So I think it's one of those things. You see teams that win games, sometimes it masks a little bit of those mistakes, and I think we just want to be a more consistent team, be more be a little harder to play against, better on the forecheck, be dominating the game 5-on-5, and not just like we have in the past, relying on the power play, because if we do struggle on the power play, it obviously could affect us. So I think first and foremost, every guy's just looking for the team to start well and carry that throughout the season.
Can you sense the motivation just to kind of get back to where you were 2 years ago?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it's a long summer. You had a lot of time to sit and think, and you don't want to say dwell on last year, but sit on that and come in now fresh and put that in the past. And every team's starting from scratch now, including us. So guys are definitely excited. Guys are eager. I think guys are motivated for sure. So this is just the start of it, but obviously the long way to go as well.
Adam, you mentioned power play, and you don't have Chris Kreider now, who's such a net front presence here for so long. Can Will Cooley fill that role?
Cole's a great player. I mean, I'm not the personnel guy, obviously, but I think he plays that style. He's a guy around the net. Obviously, it's a little different of a spot than 5-on-5 in terms of spacing and things like that. But I'm sure he's played a lot of power play in his life. Coles is one of the better net front guys. We have for sure, and obviously once you get those reps there and a feel for spacing everything, and we saw last year even a couple times he had success around the net front. So I think definitely could step up and fill a net front role there.
Okay. Thanks, Adam.
We talked with Mike Sullivan yesterday he mentioned going and seeing you in Sweden. Just what did that visit mean to you?
I think it meant a lot. Obviously not knowing him from the past, only playing against him and his team for the past 9-10 years, but not knowing him personally. So for him to come all the way to Sweden, literally for the day, was highly appreciative for me and obviously my family as well. So it was a nice gesture and a nice start to the season. What kind of
were you focused on in the off season? Like how did you approach training in the past few months?
Just try to be in as good a shape as I could be, and obviously got more time this time than the prior year with going far in the playoffs. So got to play World Championship, got some time off, and got time to kind of recover and get some rest and get a good summer training.
He mentioned that you told him that you felt you were developing chemistry with JT, even for men playing on the wing, to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you feel that? What did you feel like? And obviously you're back together. Like, what is it about you and JT that you feel that?
I mean, one way if you just look at our games that we played together, I think we're similar. We think similar. We have different attributes, obviously, but I think we think the game alike, and the things that we talk a lot on the bench as well, and I don't know. I think I've talked about talked about this with you guys so many times throughout the years with new line mate. Well, sometimes it clicks right away. Sometimes it takes time to develop the chemistry again, and the time hasn't always been there. But I feel like as soon as I got to play with him, and I felt like it clicked right away, and you can tell by the scoring chances, the goals, and offensive tribute that we got. So or contribution. So I think it's I think we think the game's similar, and I thought it was a good start last year, and hopefully we can build on that.
When you've talked about that with us, though, you've been the center on the line, and wingers have had to adjust, or whether like with you, it's different now. So does it give you a different outlook?
Yes and no. I felt pretty comfortable playing the wing, but I'd say I play more forward than a wing or center. I feel like we take face-offs on our strong sides, unless we have some specific play that we want to run. And I think just in terms of like whoever's the highest up, they goes on a forecheck, and the other guy backs up. And I think it's I played with other centers on my wing before, and I think it's a nice feeling to have as a center that you can trust one of the wingers to kind of back you up and play low in the D zone. That's comfortable. I'm not saying that wingers are typically bad at it, but they're not as comfortable playing down low maybe. And having another center on the line, same for me. If I start as a center and he's on my wing, I think that's the comfort level for me to have him go back there and then play low is gives us more freedom, I guess.
You obviously were really close with Chris Kreider. Just what were kind of the emotions with the trade?
I felt like it was coming. It wasn't out of the blue, so I'm not going to stand here and lie. I said it's part of business now. Obviously, it was tough. It's an adjustment time, but I think it's as a human being, I'm not going to push those feelings away. I think I just accept that and accept that it's my longest line mate, longest teammate I've had in my career. It's one of my best friends, so it's weird not to see him come through these doors. For the first few weeks, kind of waiting for him to come, but no, I'm happy as long as he's happy, and obviously this just because we're not teammates anymore doesn't mean that we're not friends. So,
what's your personal mindset coming into this season after last season?
It's just a reset, and decided again. Put in the time this summer and going into year 14-15, so calm and just try to think less, honestly, and just go out and play. Just trust the process every day, from practice to preseason games to the games, and every day in the season. I think that's kind of what I have to have my mindset. I don't think worrying about the future or worrying about what's happening or what's happened. Probably right out of cliche book 101 that I just told you, but I think that's you say it for a reason too. So I think that's the mindset going into the season.